Live, San Angelo's fastest-growing local news station, working harder for you. This is the News at 10 on NBC3.
First at 10 tonight, after days of much-needed rain here in the Concho Valley, one community is suffering from Mother Nature's gift. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bessa Tafili. Just a few short weeks ago, there was nothing but dry ground for miles around the San Angelo area. But recently, it seems like we've been getting rain almost every single day, and last night was no exception. Rain pounded the Concho Valley all night long. The hardest hit area just may have been El Dorado. Last night's storms knocked out their telephone and cable services, shut down roads, and turned surrounding fields into lakes. This morning, residents awoke to find that parts of their community were underwater. Some kids took advantage of the water by swimming on the nearby school grounds.
I've never seen the water up over this street that we're looking at here, and I've never seen it up to the level of Farm to Market Road behind us. It's great. We've been waiting for something, but we didn't expect this much of it.
There's a flash flood watch tonight for most of the Concho Valley. How does it look out there now? Meteorologist Sandra Brogan is standing by in the weather lab with a first look at our first alert forecast. Sandra?
Well, Bessa, quite a bit of rainfall has fallen over the parts of the Concho Valley, in fact, prompting flash flood warnings for Schleicher County, Sutton County, McCulloch County, and also Crockett County earlier today. And let's go ahead and take a look at why that is. Now, this is not a look at the current radar. This is actually a look at the rainfall totals. And you can see that at the bottom of your screen, right around El Dorado and Schleicher County, they had about 8 inches of rain so far this weekend. So that is one reason why they saw that. And also over in McCulloch County, right around Brady, they have about 3 to 5 inches of rain in those areas. And so when you do have a flash flood warning, you definitely want to take those seriously. Do not attempt to drive over any water-covered roadways, because people do get hurt in those kind of situations. Now, we'll tell you what to expect as far as tomorrow goes in a few moments.
All the rain didn't dampen the local festivities this weekend. Hundreds still made it out to the annual Fiesta del Concho along the Concho River. Hay was spread out on the ground to take care of several mud puddles, and then it was back to business for everyone at the fiesta. Today did mark the end of all the fun and activities, and many participants started packing up their crafts and taking down their booths early because of the weather. Also being held right next to the fiesta grounds was the annual El Camino Girl Scouts rubber duck race. 450 little rubber duckies were dumped into the Concho River for the race, while 50 people lined the banks of the Concho River to root their duck onto victory. Not all of the ducks in the river were qualified to participate in the race. Last year's race was 49 minutes long. However, this year's race was significantly faster.
This year, the winning duck actually came across in 15 minutes, and of course we're at the whim of the wind, and today it was good. Last year it was very slow, very calm, so it took a while.
The money raised from this year's race will go to help Girl Scout programs in 18 counties, spanning from north of San Angelo to Del Rio and Eagle Pass. It's Father's Day, and new research is revealing some interesting trends. Research shows fathers work longer hours after the birth of a first child, and especially long if it's a boy. The 2 University of Washington economics professors who conducted this study say they don't know why the disparity exists. They say that one possibility is that spouses interpret their roles differently if the baby is a boy or a girl. The authors say it's a wake-up call that fatherhood of a son is different than fatherhood of a daughter. The study shows after the birth of the first child, an average men work 122 hours more per year if it's a boy and only 56 hours more if it's a girl. It's an incredible Father's Day for one Seattle man. He's spending it with parents he never knew as a child. Jeff Grandy reports on this family reunion.
I feel wonderful.
Doris and Willie Cheatham are newlyweds. She's 60 and he's 66. Their ages make their new marriage unusual, but their story makes it amazing.
We never would have had any contact had it not been for Marvin.
Marvin was the baby Doris and Willie conceived 44 years ago when she was just 15. They were not married. The state took custody of the baby when he was only 6 months old. His young mother and father lost touch completely. But 43 years later, Doris got a call from her lost son.
That was a powerful thing for me because, you know, as a kid growing up, I never even, thought it was possible.
He wanted to know, did I know where his father was? And I said, yeah, I heard he was in California.
So Doris went to work and tracked him down. 4 decades later, she called him in Oakland.
I told him that I had been reunited with his son, and his son wanted to know who his father was, and I wanted to know if he could call him.
I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to think.
But his son, Marvin Charles, knew what to do.
I called him on the phone, and he answered the phone. He said, hello. I said, this is your son. I said, I'm going to come see you. He said, okay.
Marvin and his long-lost father hit it off, and soon after, he learned his mother was getting along pretty well with her old flame, too.
In the course of our talking, he wanted to know if I was married, and I wasn't.
2 weeks ago, Marvin's parents ran off and eloped, and today, Father's Day is an extraordinary day.
I'm just real happy about this, you know, my first Father's Day. I had already experienced my first Mother's Day. Now I got a chance to experience my Father's Day, too. Not only being a father myself, but having a father.
One happy family.
Okay.
Yeah. He's my first love.
Right. Okay.
There's little doubt that from now on, every Father's Day around this house is going to be very special. In Seattle, Jeff Gradney, King 5 News.
Marvin Charles and his mother found one another through an adoption search agent. His mother, Doris, is planning to write a book about their family's amazing story. In working stories across the nation, Congress is in an uproar over security lapses at the Los Alamos Weapons Laboratory after 2 computer hard drives containing some of our nation's nuclear secrets turned up after being missing for weeks. Some lawmakers are now calling for the resignation of the Secretary of Energy. NBC3 national correspondent Jennifer Johnson has more from Washington.
The FBI is still examining the hard drives similar to these to see if they were copied. And investigators are now focusing on several workers at the New Mexico lab who gave contradictory answers in lie detector tests. 26 scientists were allowed to go unescorted to the vault which housed the drives. They turned up Friday after being missing for 5 weeks. Energy Secretary Bill Richardson wasn't even notified they were missing for almost a month.
This is inexcusable. I am outraged. It's incomprehensible what happened. And I am going to take action. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. There's going to be accountability.
But members of Congress say they've heard that before.
I can assure the American people that their nuclear secrets are now safe.
Both Republicans and Democrats are blasting Richardson, one saying most Americans would find it hard to believe that the public library has a more sophisticated tracking system for Winnie the Pooh than Los Alamos has for highly classified nuclear weapons data. Several want Richardson to resign.
Secretary Richardson has told us that he was responsible, that he was accountable. But if he's an accountable person, he should go.
But Richardson says he won't go. He'll take responsibility for what he calls this mess. The Senate Intelligence Committee wants to talk to Richardson. They've asked him to appear before the committee in a closed session this week to answer questions about Los Alamos. An invitation they say Richardson refused last week. Lawmakers want to know who had the drives and what, if anything, was done with the highly sensitive nuclear weapons data, and what changes will be made so this never happens again. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Coming up on the news at 10 on NBC3, get your toilet bowls ready. The big race and the contestants all sit on their toilets. And in news that works for consumers, we'll test out a new shoe that claims to help kids run faster, jump higher, and look cool all at the same time. We'll tell you if those claims are true, but first let's go ahead and take a live look outside through the eyes of the NBC3 Live First Alert weather cam. A cloudy and very humid evening. Will we be getting any more rain, and is it ever going to cool off? Sandra is standing by with a full forecast in just a few moments. But now, as part of an ongoing news that works for consumers every night during the news at 10 on NBC3, we're going to let you know where in town you can buy the cheapest gas. We're calling it Pump Busters. Just give us a call at 223-2333, or you can fax us at 223-9538, or email us at nbc3@wcc.net. Just let us know the name of the gas station and its location, then we'll pass it along to everyone that night. Again, call, fax, or email us at the numbers on your screen. As we head out to the break, here are the gas stations with San Angelo's cheapest gas, as reported by you, our NBC3 viewers. We'll be right back.
WKRP, years of secrets straight from the stars. The Lonnie Anderson bra story.
Lonnie had on a very tight sweater and the air conditioning was really...
The behind-the-scenes battles.
We'd go in, lock the door, and just scream it out.
Contract disputes.
I played the race card when it was time to play it.
And Lonnie's affair with Gary Sandy.
He was such a fabulous lover.
It's WKRP Stories from the Studio ET Weekend.
Only on NBC3 San Angelo.
Hey, guys, check this out. They want me to register with the Selective Service.
Hey, man, you 18. You got to register. It's the law.
Big deal. What are they going to do if I don't register?
One thing for sure, you'll never get a government job.
Or federal loans for college.
And you'll never pass a background check. Because not signing up is a felony, man. Still think it's cool?
And now you can register with Selective Service online at www.sss.gov.
That is cool.
This week, Jay's all new. Wow, with 2 megastars, Jim Carrey and Robert De Niro. Plus The Rock, Steve Young, Laura Flynn Boyle, Marlon Wayans, Mark Anthony, and Christina Aguilera. Plus headlines and jaywalking.
So where's your cranium?
At home.
Catch Jay with Jim Carrey and Robert De Niro, all new this week. And this week on Conan, we suggest you pay attention to Samuel L. Jackson, Sherry O'Terry, Paul the Big Show White, Callista Flockhart, and Conan's selfless quest for different points of view.
Okay, people. Left and right, and left and right. Up and down, up and down. And focus close, focus far. Open, close, open, close.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could keep your eyes healthy with a little aerobics?
Flutter.
Unfortunately, you can't. But with an annual eye exam, you may be able to prevent blindness due to glaucoma and diabetic eye disease.
Left, right, left.
You've got one pair, no spare.
Feel the burn!
Now, the news at 10 on NBC3 continues with your local weather tonight. Here's meteorologist Sandra Brogan.
Well, those clouds really hung in there throughout the whole day, keeping temperatures down. In fact, our daytime high was only 76, which is about 15 degrees below normal for this time of year, and it also brought along some rain. But right now, the rain has passed over San Angelo. You can see we have partly cloudy skies right now. Let's go ahead to the computer. We can look at the past 12 hours of the radar. You can see that we did have some showers moving through the western parts of the Concho Valley right around San Angelo, and that did prompt some flash flood warnings for McCullough County, Schleicher County, Sutton County, and Crockett County, but those have since expired. And we could take a closer look at what's going on over the past 6 hours. You can see lots of rainfall just to the southwest of San Angelo, passing over San Angelo, and they had about 0.79 inches of rain today in San Angelo. And right now it looks like the eastern parts of the Concho Valley starting to see some rain. See right around Brady and also right around Junction, receiving some moderate rainfall right around Brady right now. And because of that, we will keep a chance of thunderstorm activity in the forecast. You can see a scattered thunderstorm activity possible throughout the overnight hours. We could see some more showers redevelop after those pass, and temperatures will drop down to right around 72 for Brady's overnight low and 71 for Menard throughout the overnight hours. Let's go ahead and look at tomorrow. You see that we will keep a chance of rain, also a 30% chance of rain for tomorrow, but we do expect to see partly cloudy skies, so just a little more break of sunshine for tomorrow, and temperatures will top out right around 90 for Menard's daytime high and also 90 degrees for Brady, so we do expect things to be a little warmer for tomorrow. Over in the western Concho Valley, we will keep a chance of rain in there as well, as we could see some showers redevelop throughout the overnight hours. Other than that, cloudy skies with temperatures dropping down to right around 71 for Arizona's overnight low and also 70 degrees for El Dorado's overnight low. And tomorrow, a 30% chance of seeing some afternoon thunderstorm activity, some showers. Other than that, partly cloudy skies with temperatures topping out right around 90 for Sonora's daytime high, and we'll see 88 for Mertzen. So again, we do expect things to be a little warmer as we head back to work. Well, right now in San Angelo, the temperature is 73 degrees, so still pretty mild out there with those clouds hanging over. Dew point of 72 degrees gives us a pretty strong humidity of 96%, and winds out of the east-northeast about 10 miles per hour, so a slight breeze out there. And pressure at 30.07 inches, holding steady. And precipitation again today, we got in the rain bucket about 0.79 inches, so not quite an inch, but pretty close. Let's go ahead and look at the next 24 hours with your exclusive futurecast. You can see that this is the frontal boundary that helped to pop up some of those showers and thunderstorms. And as we continue to put this into motion, you can see that it does lift northward, so that we do expect it to lift northward and wash out. And our next feature looks like it's going to be a trough by tomorrow evening, but we don't expect that to really do anything but bring winds out of the south, so we will see some more clouds build their way into the area. But as far as rain chances for Tuesday, we do expect a slight chance of rain for Tuesday. But for the remainder of tonight, a 60% chance of rain in the forecast for the Concho Valley, under cloudy skies and temperatures dropping down to 69 degrees right around San Angelo, with a slight breeze out of the east at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, a 30% chance of rain for the Concho Valley. Other than that, partly cloudy skies with temperatures topping out right around 88 degrees. And winds out of the southeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then tomorrow night, it looks like temperatures are going to drop down to right around 71 degrees. And we will hold on to a chance of rain, a 20% chance of rain. That chance of rain will start to fall as we go throughout tomorrow, but we can't rule out the possibility for another thunderstorm for tomorrow night. Other than that, partly cloudy skies, the temperatures right around 71. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your next 5 days. And you can see that Monday through Friday, we do have a chance of rain tomorrow and Tuesday, so just a slight chance of rain. Those chances of the rain starting to fall off. And then it looks like things may start to dry out Wednesday through Friday, and temperatures start to warm up to where they should be for this time of year in the lower to mid 90s. And it looks like overnight lows pretty mild, right around 70 throughout the week. Bessa?
In tonight's news that works for consumers, how's this for an idea? Sneakers that can encourage kids to run faster and jump higher? It's not just a concept. Reebok has invented the Trackstar shoe just for kids. NBC3 consumer correspondent Lindsay Weeks puts them to the test.
Reebok calls this shoe the Trackstar. Computer chip makes it beep, play music, and it's supposed to encourage kids to be better sports. You program the shoe for high jump, sprint, or long jump. Wait for the beeps and go. Trackstar tracks progress, awarding a bronze, silver, or gold. Call him Air Boxer. While basketball is one of his favorites, Benji knows sports and sneakers.
These are my soccer shoes. These are my baseball shoes.
George Reistad likes anything with running, especially baseball. At first glance,
these are really hard to tie.
13-year-old Benji was not impressed.
It's not really appealing to the eye.
He says they were comfortable but annoying.
Whenever you want to record something, you have to press the button all the time. I think it appeals more to younger kids than older kids.
George, 2 years younger, loves them.
Because it helps you improve your jumping and running skills.
And George was determined to change his score from bronze to
silver.
Although his sister was not satisfied.
Try to get gold.
We also gave the Trackstar to a phys ed teacher.
I think it's a gimmick.
He even questioned directions, telling kids to stop cold at the finish line.
Well, first of all, it could possibly cause an injury, but in order to stop, you have to slow down a little bit, which is going to throw that reading off.
Barry says name brands aside, parents should look for shoes that will absorb shock within the knees, something to provide a cushion to help prevent wear and tear on the joints. Lenice Weeks for NBC News.
Coming up on the news at 10 on NBC3, it's a strange and exciting race down the street in a toilet bowl. We'll tell you about that. And keeping your balance tends to get tougher as you get older. We'll have some tips for helping this problem. That's straight ahead on the news at 10 on NBC3, where your local news comes first.
Looking for those larger sizes but can't stand going from store to store and town to town to find the size and style that's just right for you? Stop by Eloise's at 2563 Sunset Drive and be overwhelmed at the vast selection of fashions you can't find anywhere else. Eloise's offers casual and dress sizes varying from 14 to 9X, so you're sure to find the outfit that's just right for you. And while you're there, browse our beautiful selection of gifts and jewelry. Find those one-of-a-kind items you can't find anywhere else. Eloise's, fashions for the presently plump, 2563 Sunset Drive in the Southwest Plaza.
America's first family. Katie, Matt, Al, and Dan, first on your TV. America's first family, today on NBC. First thing in the morning, we got the latest news for you. Then you're on your way, cause NBC's Today Show knows what to do. First in news and entertainment, first in weather too. Music, sports, and information, we got it first for you. Katie, Matt, Al, and Dan, first on your TV. America's first family, today on NBC.
WKRP, years of secrets straight from the stars. The Lonnie Anderson bra story.
Lonnie had on a very tight sweater and the air conditioning was really...
The behind-the-scenes battles.
We'd go in, lock the door, and just scream it out.
Contract disputes.
I played the race card when it was time to play it.
And Lonnie's affair with Gary Sandy.
He was such a fabulous lover.
It's WKRP Stories from the Studio ET Weekend.
Only on NBC3 San Angelo. Now, live, the News at 10 on NBC3 continues with a look at your health tonight.
In tonight's news that works for your health, keeping your balance tends to get tougher as you get older, but it doesn't have to become a major problem. NBC3 health correspondent Dr. Kevin Soden has some information that could help.
For people over the age of 85, falls are the leading cause of injury-related death. It's the second leading cause for people between the ages of 65 and 84. But even if you're under 65, don't assume you're home free. A recent study in the Journal of the American Medical Association reported that the number of falls for men and women over the age of 50 is on the rise. A similar study from the Netherlands found that mobility impairment and dizziness were major risk factors. Keeping your balance requires an interaction of several of the body's functions: your inner ear, central nervous system, visual input, sensory receptors, and muscle strength. If any of these elements are disrupted, you could be headed for a fall. Assuming there's no physiological problem, though, the chances of falling can be lessened significantly by exercise. Among the possibilities is Tai Chi, an ancient Chinese martial art. It's a series of slow, flowing movements that increase strength and flexibility, align the body, and improve balance. Researchers at Northwestern University have found that Tai Chi is an especially good activity for the elderly because its intensity is similar to walking. An earlier study at Emory University found that Tai Chi lowers blood pressure, improves confidence, and strengthens grip in older people. The key is finding a qualified instructor, preferably one who has worked with elderly students before. As always, you should consult your physician before embarking on any new exercise program. I'm Dr. Kevin Soden for NBC News.
Coming up on the News at 10 on NBC3, find out why these folks are riding down the street in their toilet bowls. But up next, sports anchor Trey Morrison dodges the rain and checks out the Colts as they finish their series with the Jackson Diamond Cats. And can anybody catch Tiger Woods at this year's U.S. Open? He'll show you as the News at 10 on NBC3 turns to sports.
It wasn't the emotion of the moment that reduced brides to tears. It was the shortage of tents for the receptions, as Toyota dealers everywhere cornered the market on tents and savings. Now, get a new Camry with $750 cash back or $6.9 financing. And come drive the luxurious Toyota Avalon. Don't miss the biggest reception you'll ever attend.
Do you take this Camry?
We do.
When it comes to reliable news coverage that's working harder for you, West Texas Today for 1 full hour. More local news, more local weather. 1 full hour of West Texas Today gets you the news that matters first. Kyle McAllister, Lee Copson, West Texas Today at 6 a.m. on NBC3.
Drip by drip, this faucet wastes 2 gallons of water every hour. Multiply that by every home with a leaky faucet, and that's millions of gallons. But that's just a drop in the bucket compared to this. Remember, be smart about water use all the time, not just during a drought. By then, your water levels may be too low. Don't be waterless, water less, water smart. For details, call your local water utility or log on to watersmart.org.
You've got a thing in your head.
Harry learns his true mission.
Cranial micro receiver chip.
In my head.
But it's not in the part you use, it's in your brain.
And he's taking it rather well.
You have destroyed my life.
See Harry phone home.
The big giant head calls. Harry will suddenly go blank, stare off into space.
How will we know?
Nexstar rock.
Hey, Harry, can you give me a dial tone?
Only on NBC3 San Angelo.
Well, Justin Juice Kukulich is going down under. He'll be playing basketball for the Perry Lakes Hawks. That's a CBA team in Australia. Juice will be down under for 3 months. He's one of 2 Americans that will be on the Sky West Basketball League team. He will be leaving on Tuesday morning, and I guess his professional wrestling career is going to have to wait a little bit. Well, new stadium, new team. That means it's a year of first. Last night, Matt Hires had the first inside the park home run. The Colts beat the Jackson Diamondcats 11-8. Will they play today? They played. They took them on in the last series. Let's go ahead and take you out to the Colts Stadium, and we'll pick it up. They're using a helicopter to dry the field just so they can play. Bottom of the first, Trovin Valdez showing that he's got wheels all season long. He legs out a bunt right there. Moving on a little bit later, Rodney Donaldson breaks his bat, but he gets on base. It moves Rick Pitts around to third base. There he is, holding up right there. A little bit later, this is John Madsen. He got into trouble right here, going to score, but they go ahead and get out. Madsen had 8 Ks on the night, and will he get the win? T.D. Taylor right there, poking one into right field. And he's thinking about second, maybe not. But later on, Trovin Valdez, routine ground play, but he legs it out, and this is important. He's safe on first. Donaldson's out on second. He's still second. You can see him right there, still in third. Nice slide in, and that becomes important right here because Matt Hires hits the ball to the shortstop. Routine play, bad throw, takes a hop. Hires is safe. Trovin is safe. And that's the score. It ends right there, 1-0. And the Colts have tomorrow off, and then they start their series with the Greenville Bluesmen Tuesday, 7:05 p.m. Colts Stadium. Bluesmen, love that name. Well, one streak is over, the Rangers' losing streak. They shut out the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, also a nice name. Anyway, the Rangers look to improve their win streak to 2 as they take on the Devil Rays today. Let's go out to it's Father's Day. Isn't that nice? And let's pick it up. In the bottom of the third, Felix Martinez, line drive. Rusty Gear says, not, don't think so. Nice diving catch. A little bit later, top of the fourth, David Segui, sack fly. Who's he scoring? Who's tagging up? It's Pudge. Not going to get him. Too fast with the throw. Bottom of the sixth, Quentin McCracken with the RBI single to center field. Felix Martinez scores. Devil Rays up 2-1. Later, bottom of the seventh coming up here, Bubba Trammell. 3-run double scores Martinez, Gillian, and that McCracken guy. The Devil Rays go on and win 6-1. Let's go to check out a Houston game here. Barry Bonds is going, kiss me, Jerry, kiss me. Anyway, pick this up. Bottom of the first, Jeff Kent, 2-run blast. It's long, it's gone. That's a home run. That's his 18th on the year. Top of the sixth, Craig Biggio says he's got some stick that goes yard too. Home run, that's his 4th. And the Giants are up 2-1 right there. Darrell Ward, an RBI double to center, scores Bagwell. It almost gets out, but hits a 421 sign right there. You see Bagwell motoring around, motoring. And bottom of the seventh coming up, Shane Reynolds says, Marvin Bernard, let's think about this one. Sit! And the Stros go ahead and win this one, 4-2. I don't think you're going to sweep them. Well, today is the final round of this year's U.S. Open. Will Tiger continue his dominance of the Open? He was 10 strokes ahead going into the final round, FYI. He is tied with Jack Nicklaus for the all-time record. The Golden Bear last U.S. Open could be Tiger's first Open win. Oh, the storylines. Let's go ahead and go to Pebble Beach. Payne Stewart, there's a sailboat in memory of him right there. Let's pick this up. Paul Angster is a long 50-foot birdie putt coming up. 50-foot birdie, that's good. And you know what? I might be Tiger Woods impersonator. Right there, give the Tiger pump. He's not Tiger, but we'll show you Tiger. He's coming up right there. Tiger's putting for par right there. He's gonna remain at 800. McCracken! And there's the trophy Tiger's going for. You can see him in the backdrop right there. And this is the last putt right here. And he's gonna make this. No, he's gonna miss the last putt, and he's gonna end up at a par. He ends up at 12 under. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard. See Tiger Woods finishing at 12 under. He's a U.S. Open champion. It's his first U.S. Open. And closest person to him was 15 strokes down. It's a pretty good U.S. Open. Tiger pretty much dominated the field. Well, last night, Oscar De La Hoya put his title on the line with our one anchor best at the field I likes to call Sugar. Shane Mosley is his name, and would he upset De La Hoya? Let's look at some video of last night. Last night's fight went the distance. Both fighters traded perfect pugilistic blows. Love that boxing term. Overall, Mosley scored just a couple points higher than De La Hoya. Mosley outlasted De La Hoya and won in a